Hello everyone. So Karnataka State SSLC examination 2021 is finally here and I hope all of you are geared up. Here we are to understand what is an OMR sheet. Now OMR stands for optical mark recognition. Now this has been there in the system for a very long time in most of the competitive exam where you have a question and four possible options. The candidate is expected to mark the right answer and that will be corrected by a scanner or there's a different system altogether. But what we need to keep in mind is out of four options the candidate is supposed to select only one. Moving on, what else are the changes that are in place for this year? Now out of 6 subjects they are divided into 2 categories or 2 set or 2 papers. Now paper 1 will have mathematics, science and social science, while paper 2 will have your first language, second language and third language. Now each subject will have 40 questions to cover the entire syllabus, which means for a given set, that is say be it paper 1 or paper 2, since they have 3 subjects, in total we'll have 40 into 3, 120 questions per paper, for which you will have 3 hours to complete it. This is how your OMR sheet will look like. The paper 1 will have mathematics in pink, social science in green and science in orange. Similarly, paper 2 will have pink, will be the first language, second language will be orange and the third language will be green. We also need to make sure that we understand the instructions that are printed on the model OMR sheet, which clearly states that you are allowed to use only blue or black ballpoint pen to darken the answers. Right? So also make sure that you carry an additional pen of the same type and same color, just in case the first one breaks. The second most important thing that you need to keep in mind is do not use this OMR sheet for any kind of rough work. It could be scribbling, it could be writing down a note or performing some kind of calculation either on the front or back of the sheet. Do not use it for any kind of rough work other than the mandatory field that are available and the places where you need to mark the answer. So please keep that in mind. For any kind of rough work, there is a provision at the end of the question paper itself where there are a few blank sheets which you can use it for any kind of rough work. Moving on, intentionally or unintentionally do not damage the OMR sheet, which could include as simple as folding, tearing, wrinkling or stapling the OMR sheet, because that could cost you all the right answers that you have marked. There is only one correct way of marking the right answer. Please keep in mind that any answer that you mark, it should be completely darkened. Say for option B, as you can see on screen, the B is completely darkened. Now you should not put a tick mark or a cross mark or a line, or you should never mark two answers for a given question. All of these wrong method will not award any marks. So please keep in mind there's only one right way of marking an OMR sheet, which is completely darkening the option within the defined boundary. Let's take an example over here, right? For mathematics first question, where we have a question 1 which says the value of x and y which satisfy the linear equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 16r. Then you have option A, option B, option C and option D. While marking any answer, we need to make sure we see the number over here, the question number and the same answer number on the OMR sheet should match. Let me repeat it again. Whenever you are answering a question, note down the number next to it and make sure in the OMR sheet the number matches. So in this case we have 1 and we are answering 1 and the answer is A, so we are darkening it as A. Say for example you are going into the 25th question, you need to make sure that the question number here, wherever you are reading the question from the question sheet, matches the one where you are marking the answer. Another example for science. Since science is the second paper in this second subject in the first paper, and we have 1 to 40 covering the mathematics, 41 to 80 will be science. So the first question in science, which will be 41st question, in the overall paper. For example, a device used to change the resistance in an electric circuit is rheostat, which is B. So we need to make sure that we mark 41 because the question number is 41 and the answer is B. And the same continues for social, which will start from 81 to 120. You need to look, always keep in mind the question number you are answering, and in the answer sheet, which is the number that you will have to mark the right answer. Also, once you're completed with all the answering, and you need to make sure that you provide a signature. This is very important. Otherwise, this might not hold good. So yeah, all the best, and I hope this helped. Thank you so much.